I was trying to get at to add to what you're saying is I think the mindset is that makes the difference between ministry and corporate is what you are driven by.
That's
So
it. Yes.
in corporate, you are driven by success. You're driven by money. You're driven by, like you said, status. So what group am I seen with? What's my reputation?
Very true.
What's my job title? Whereas in ministry, the biggest shift that you have to make is you can no longer be driven by success, money, or power, because you're going to be completely out of balance. And a lot of times you're going to be out of place, because in ministry there's no room for any of those things, because in the Bible it says that we are only to be driven by the Holy Spirit and the Spirit of God alone. So that's the biggest difference. And I would encourage you, if you are working a corporate job, to reevaluate what it is that you are truly driven by in this moment. Because I'll be honest, when I worked in corporate, I thought I was, I was a Christian. I was exhibiting my faith. But I realized when I look back on it, I was like, man, I was still driven by money. I was still trying to get that next promotion. And that's something you should always strive to be. You should always want to be excellent and excel in your job. But is that your sole motivator for getting up every day? Is just the fact that you're going because, well, I got to just pay bills, or I want to get this next car or buy this house.
Yeah.
All those things are good, but at the end of the day, what we want to bring to your attention is, what are you driven and who are you being driven by when you go to work?
Yeah.
Are you driven only by what the culture is dictating in corporate, or are you being driven by that thing that's inside of you, that gifting that's inside of you, saying, okay, there's more. What else can I bring to the table to help be a light in this environment while I'm working here?
Yeah.
What else can I be or do to help that coworker or neighbor? Now, I will say that when we talk about ministry in the corporate sector, one, you have to make sure that you're doing your job well.
Yeah.
And two, you just mentioned something about the work hours. Don't use company hours to start your own ministry, right? That company time is for you to get their job done, and then in between that, on your lunch break or maybe before or after work, that's a perfect time to start up a Bible study. That's a perfect time to start reaching out to coworkers and witnessing to them if that there is a window. But really, to sum that all up, I believe the biggest difference that we want you to realize is recognizing who and what you're driven by.